Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XI. Joining us today as usual is Silly, dressed up in the Moogle outfit. Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final We got, my sound was still on my stream, so I'm not gonna fix that, but also joining us is Miro and Silly, the characters. If you recall last week we ended up in Chapter 5 of Chains of Promathia, and here we are today, starting off again in Chapter 5. One day we're going to get some new gear, and we might look a little different or more like our jobs, but we'll get to that eventually. How are you feeling today, Silly?
Okay.
Silly just got over the flu. Alright, so I think we're here to talk to Sid, the Goron. Are you ready, Silly?
Yeah. Oh, Silly, what are you doing here? I heard that you went back to Tavnasia. Did you already meet up with Louverons? Silly, how did you get off the island? Ah, it's Sid.
Prish, do you know this man?
I forgot I turned my sounds off. Master Sid, we were able to return earlier than first planned. I must thank you again for allowing us to borrow such a wonderful bird. The airship has been handed over to the good men at the port. So, how did my CID fly? Bet the ride was smooth as silk and soft as Saruta cotton. There are still a few stability problems that need to be stomped out, but our speed is far superior to that of the ships in the Armada. Quite superior indeed. It was a wonderful experience. But this adventure in the skies reminded me of how I am incessantly plagued with terrible luck. If I had only had the good fortune of meeting with you sooner, Master Sid. Ha 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 ha! You've got it wrong there, Louverons. You were lucky to meet me when you did. If you'd come along any earlier, I wouldn't have been able to help you. The CID was just completed a few weeks ago. Why, you're the first to ever experience her turbo engines. The first. So, did you all find this Cardinal Moldarian you were talking about in Tavnasia? Unfortunately, no. The Cardinal has not been back to the archipelago. I was able to retrieve valuable information on her past from these two young ladies, but I am no closer to grasping her whereabouts. That's not good. What about the Magicite? Were you able to find out anything for me? Actually, I did learn something very intriguing. However, this is not a good place. Did you say Magicite? You heard me right. Silly, you said you were looking for some too, right? I was hoping you could join me when Louverons tells his story about Tavnasia's Magicite. But first, why don't you tell everybody what we know about the energy source in the Northlands? Tell them what you know?
Yeah, sure.
Guess so. No. I see. So you have been following the advice of Eshnatarl, traveling to the three nations of Sandoria, Bastok, and Windhurst to gather information on the multinational expedition. If we can discover where the Tavnasian Magicite brought to the Bastok originated, then we can discover the final destination of our journey. True, but after I told Silly what we knew about the Dark Gem, I did a little more research on my own. When I asked an old friend about the subject, he told me something quite interesting. My Magicite wasn't found lying around in the Northlands, but inside a strange relic that was brought back from the Northlands.
A strange relic?
Yeah, some kind of strange box. According to the priests of Tavnasia, the ancients made the box from some unidentifiable metal, just like the kind used in the Crag of Death. That sounds like the baptismal vessel. Baptismal vessel? Prish, do you know something about this box? Of course. The Tabnasian theologians used that box when performing the baptism ceremony. It should still be in the Sacrarium's tabernacle. I know because I'm the only one who has a key to that place. I've been protecting the key ever since before the Great War, on Miss Meldarian's orders.
The baptism ceremony? Then Precious' accident was...
Yes. Why didn't I see it before? Even though you were deemed the abhorrent one, you still took part in the theologian's baptism. Then let me tell you this. While in Tavnasia, I attempted to investigate the baptismal vestal for Master Sid. However, I was forced to abandon my investigation before I even began. Just days before I arrived, an officer of the duchy, Nagmalata, broke into the Sacrarium and stole the relic. The vessel was stolen? It's those hooded bastards from Juno. They must have learned that I was searching for the origins of the Black Magicite and stole the box so I couldn't get my hands on it. I was so close. Now I'll never learn its secrets. Wait a minute. Prish, you said you know about the box. What can you tell us? Even the smallest bit of info could help. The vessel's evil. It changed my life. Dragged me to hell and back. Prish? We have to get the vessel out of Nagmalata's hands. It belongs to Tavnasia.
Prish, wait!
Always running away. Prish, you cannot keep going off on your own. It is too dangerous. Silly, you mentioned that you and Tenzin had made arrangements to meet Nagmalata in the northwestern tower of Pso'Xja. A great energy in the Northlands. While not necessarily relevant to my current mission, I am intrigued on a personal level. I will be waiting for you in Bothsedine, Silly. Well, this doesn't look good now, does it? Silly, you should probably try to catch up with your companions ASAP. Me? I'll keep trying to find out more on the Magicite. I still got a few more cards up my sleeves.
Hang on. Alright. So we got our invites there. Let us go.
The three amigos.
So, where to next? Let's see. We gotta go to... We have to enter Pso'Xja at F7 in Bosan Glacier for our cutscene. So let's go to Bosan Glacier. This requires us to use one of the books. I don't know. The book in Bastok is in Bastok Mines, right?
If you say so.
Fuck it, we're just gonna go to Sandaria. Just gonna go to Sandaria. Northern Sandaria, 1.1. Yeah, at least status it's in the mines, but that's okay. We're already. Okay, so we are gonna go to Bosan Glacier, which I'm pretty sure is 4 Grandy. Yes. Alright, so here we are. Hey, it's dark weather.
farther. Well, I have that one.
Okay, so we have to go to the tower at F7. Ooh, I actually know how to get there. Ish. Yeah, I know how to get there. I had to hunt a rare cat up there for my brown belt. Where's Lady Satana? Oh, they're here somewhere. Have they loaded? Oh, they just haven't loaded yet. They're there. Alright, so I actually know how to get to this one. I had to hunt a cat for my brown belt. One of these days I'll get around to hunting for a black belt.
Or a rainbow belt, purple belt, whatever the 10th degree black belt is.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, CJ.
Am I feeling any better? Well, I am feeling about the same. It's supposed to, like, the flu is weird. It's supposed to last for, like, 7 days or something, but by the time, like, 5 or 6 days passes, you're, like, pretty much okay. But it's hard to tell what is me being tired from being sick or me being tired from taking NyQuil and then sleeping for 12 hours.
True.
I could have literally, honestly, I could have, like yesterday and today, I probably could have just stayed in my bed and went to sleep after I woke up and slept for another, like, not like another, like, 8 hours just asleep. But I was like, well, I've already, like yesterday, I was like, well, I slept from 10:30 until noon, so probably should get up. Otherwise, it's just a waste of a day. And today I was like, well, I slept from like 12:30 until 11, so I was like, well, that's probably long enough.
Yeah, it was actually me who overslept today.
That's just because your clocks don't automatically change like mine do.
Well, that's not true. Most of my
Well,
clocks do.
your one clock that you use to be awake doesn't.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem because that's the only one I have that doesn't auto change.
It's funny because I remember you mentioned yesterday, like I have to change the clock on my DS, and I was like, and then when I was like, well, he's not here yet. Probably what happened was he didn't change the clock on his DS. It's either that or he's dead. So I have to like figure one of those two was the thing. And I was like, well, if Miro dies, do I have to take over the mantle of doing all the Final Fantasy playthroughs? Maybe. So I had this like convoluted plan of like, if you hadn't showed up in a couple hours, I was gonna like go on Facebook and find your brother and friend him, and then tell him to go to your house and see if you were okay, and then like.
Well, at least I'm consistent enough to know that if I didn't show up, I might be dead.
Or something. Maybe you took a nasty. You might have taken a nasty spill down the stairs.
Bailey could have tripped me and killed me.
That's right. Bailey could have garroted you in your sleep.
I don't think she wants to do that. I'm the bringer of the handful of food every day.
I have this distinct impression that cats don't really understand where they really get their food from. Like, they know you give it to them, but I don't think they understand the process. I
Yeah.
think they figure that it just happens. Like, they see you do it, but I don't think they really understand what you're doing.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. Because otherwise Bailey would know to just get into the cat food all the time.
Yeah, I mean, mine's inside a plastic container, so he could never do that, but still.
Yeah. Enter this tower. Is Lacey Statana still behind us?
Yes, and also CJ had to reset his DS clock too. I didn't bother. We were playing Monster Hunter last night, and I was like, oh my god, it's time. It's like, it's really late now. But realistically, it was only 7 o'clock or something, not 8 o'clock.
Well, at least that's still a little ways behind us, so we'll just wait till he gets here. Yeah, I had to reset my DS clock because I no longer use my normal DS, really. But I still have one, and I don't want to get rid of it because I still like it for nostalgic reasons. And its alarm clock is awesome. It's really fucking annoying in the morning, which is great if I need to get up.
I should change my clock on my DS just cause. Actually, is it correct now? No.
And because the bottom screen on the DS is a touch screen, I can very easily change the alarm if I need to. Alright,
Yes. Actually, funny story.
Lady Stana's here.
My my uh, uh, my clock was wrong yesterday and is correct today because I just never changed it previously.
Ah!
So now it is correct. Yes, we very unsuccessful. Well, I wouldn't call it unsuccessfully played Monster Hunter 4. We had success in that we figured out how to party together, which the game does not really tell you how to do that.
Yes.
I'm thinking faces. Where the hell have you been, silly? We have been waiting for your arrival. Did you encounter something unexpected? Never could I have imagined that such a masterpiece of ancient architecture could be hidden beneath these towers. I sense the gates of paradise are within our reach.
Liverance, we were not expecting to see you here.
Hey, buddy, if you come to try to stop me, don't think I'll leave here without a fight. I'm not going anywhere until I get my box back. I have no such intentions. I am simply here as an heir to the Knight's Mistal. What worries me more is the absence of Magmalata. I assume he has already set off for the fourth crystal. And that is what we must do. Follow me, Phoenix will lead the way. Those were two separate sentences.
Yeah, I don't know if my 3DS auto updates or not. I'll have to look. I figured it would auto update, but
Way to do it.
yeah, I figured it would auto
Meta-
update, so I never did anything with it.
Oh, so you use your regular DS as your alarm clock and your 3DS as your...
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I just game on my regular 3DS and just or my regular DS. No, I game on my 3DS and
I used to have a DS Lite, but then I lost it or something.
let's get to a stone wall.
All these walls seem to be made of stone. Well, you both went in different directions.
All right, we'll
For
follow
a second.
We'll follow Lady Satana. I'm sure they know where they're going. This looks right. There's a stone here. Stone door. Found it. Yep, this is it.
Oh! This guy just comes out of nowhere. He's like, hello. I'm as big as the entire room. I was hiding inside this door. Nun is his name.
Get packed. He's dead.
Ugh.
Alright.
He was a
Okay.
little top heavy. No wonder he fell down.
The trap on the door is broken.
Oh, that's good. Enter through the door? Why not?
My DS is turned on every day. I leave it plugged in and then I wake up because of it.
Uh-oh. A little platform.
Yeah. The DS was awesome when it came out, but now it's just like the screen is too small. Well, that was unexpected. I was thinking to drop us off on that other floor. Alright.
Backed into a wall.
Silly, you should sing Zach Galifianakis' three best friends.
I'm gonna sing that song. I don't even know it.
You never seen The Hangover?
Yeah, I have, but
Oh. I clicked the door. There you go. Proceed
Long
onward.
time.
Yes. Also, I started watching Agent Carter last night.
oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Good lord, that's an English.
It's-
phrase. The Mother Crystal. Legend says that Vanadiel was formed when it split into 5 pieces. This is one of those pieces. The divine light it emits. This is from where we were born. and where we all eventually return. Simply gazing upon its beauty soothes the mind and soul. Hey, silly, can you hear it? That song. The crystal, it's calling us.
That star, you, song, yours. Someday, hope, become dreams, our prayers. And that was split asunder will once more become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity.
Huh?
Now that all the performers have arrived, the play can begin. I think that's Nagmaloda. Yeah.
Probably. Nagmalada! You slimy thief! Give back the vessel! Ah, Tavnasia's precious baptismal vessel. I was amused when I learned how the box was being used. According to the old man Despacher, all those who entered the faith were required to pledge their loyalty to the Dawn Goddess before this vessel. While not quite practical, it is quite intriguing use. In this way, even devolved creatures such as yourselves could become subconsciously aware of the power of the box. Not practical? What do you mean? Do you know what the box is really used for? Of course, just as I know the use of that amulet you carry. The amulet? Many millennia ago, the king of the Zillard made that amulet, the testament of affinity, to peer into the hearts of the Kulu. The Zillard were born with the ability to communicate directly with the mind of another. This is called the Whisper of the Soul. However, as centuries passed, some people were overcome by the emptiness and lost this power of communication. Those who could no longer harness the Whisper of the Soul were known as the Kulu. The Zillartian king ordered the production of amulets such as the one you possess to contain the darkness residing within these unfortunate souls and open their hearts. And thus, the thoughts of all those who wore one were known by him. That amulet you hold, it was given to you by the Zillartian prince, was it not? And now you have begun using it to further your twisted schemes. Silly. The boy had been using you as a guide over space and time into a world unknown to him. Using you to guide him to the Mother Crystals. And that's why I can see what he sees. However, it seems as if he made a poor choice in guides. It took too long for you petty adventurers to reach the fourth crystal, let alone the first scree. Thanks to your incompetence, I had enough time to attain this box, as well as find out who you really are. It was you who brought an end to our era, you who betrayed us. You, Celtius. Though you bear the mark of the Kulu, you betrayed your people and the trust of the Zillartian prince. Though you have inherited the will of the slumbering gods, you betrayed them as well. And though you were born of the Mother Crystal, now you plot to betray her. My heart yearns to know why you have chosen the path of traitor. However, that answer can wait for a later day. The answer I seek now is that to a different question. Tell me where you obtained the power to control the emptiness. When the attempt to open the gates of paradise failed and Altea was destroyed, why did only you survive? What happened that day? What did you see and what did you learn? What unspeakable powers do you possess? No answers, Celtius? Then the only option left to me is to force them from the emptiness inside you.
Prish! Get fucked, Mammoth. She's been playing Dying Light.
Alright. Stop! stop! Behold the true power of the Eye of Altana. Behold the transformation of emptiness to magicite. Did you forget Celtius? Now answer me, boy, unless you want to be ripped apart from the inside. Silly! Don't lose this! Come on, Celtius, stop thinking and start talking. Tell me what to say, tell me what to sing. What?
I guess that can be you.
That star is you, and the song is yours. And someday, that hope will become our dreams, our prayers. Shine forth, Star of Hope. Let your song ring out across all Venadiel. And what was split asunder will once more become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity. Is he trying to answer me? Is it only that I cannot hear him because I have lost the whisper of the soul?
Well, we're dead. Time to restart. I bring thee 2 children who no longer hear the whisper of the soul. The boy on the right is Celtius. The boy on the left is Nagmaloda. I beseech the blessings of the king, the commencement of our journey to the city of the Kulu. Thou hast nothing to fear. Those who receive the blessings of the king may abide in the city of the Kulu without worry or care. We have made a pledge to the Dawn Goddess, Altana. We shall make all haste in discovering the cause of thine illness, and return to a world with neither Zillet nor Kulu. Though the whisper of the soul has grown quiet for thee, I ask for thy trust. Thou must live as before. Believe in the honesty of the people, as thou did when their tongues were opened to thee. I mean thoughts. Oh, well.
It works.
It says they bring from 2 children. Where's the other one? I think you were a graviton, were you not?
Oh. So the living immortals have finally been born among the children of the dawn. Why dost thou seek to show us this vision of paradise? This heavenly garden the Zillard believed to be the goal of all Vanadiel.
Well, what are we waiting for? Graviton, all of us! We should strive for that perfection. If we behold that vision, we too can understand what they are aiming for. We can join with the zealot and be whole once more. The senseless conflict between us will end.
Celtius.
What is wrong with all of you? We have nothing to fear. Diablos is...
It is too late, Celtius. We have already fallen. Our hearts have been stained with corruption.
It cannot be.
Dawn Maiden Yevnoil. What are you doing here? It is forbidden to enter this place.
Neg Moloda. Why dost thou, Akulu, work for the zealot?
Lady of Noil?
This battle has gone beyond the point of salvation. The killing, the lies, the mistrust, we are no longer capable of understanding one another.
It's all the fault of the terrestrial avatars. They are merely using the foolish Kulu to force the King of the Zillar to keep the gates of paradise closed. And then there is the traitor, Celtius. All this blood has been spilled as a result of him breaking his promise to you.
Thou dost yet believe in me, Negmaloda? Thou dost believe my words, my pledge to return this world to a place that neither Zillet nor Kulu?
Lady of Noil, they are calling me a traitor to the Kulu people. However, I never once considered myself to be one of them. I never once considered my actions to be betrayal. I have returned to your side. That is all I have done. I will never betray your trust in me.
Even if thou discoverest I have betrayed that trust?
Lady of Noil?
Not only thee, I intend to betray all of the Zillard. It is because I... This place looks awfully familiar.
Silly. Where are you?
Help us! Mysterious amulet has been returned to you. You cannot remember when exactly, but you have obtained the light of Zal, or Vazel. Vazel. Yeah, Vaz. We'll just say Vaz.
The light of...
Alright, so, we are now in Permivian Vaz. We need to kill... We have to examine the memory fucks on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th islands. So, I have no idea where to go. So, to start us off, I'm going to open up this map. We're on level 1. And it's directly ahead. Alright. That said, I really hope they make up locations like this in FF11 or 14.
That'd be cool.
Like just little fragments of terrain that are like all caught in darkness.
Yeah.
You know what though? The Pso'Xja locations that we go to there, where it's part of the Rhapsodies of Vanadil.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of remind me of these places, but complete.
Yeah, no way.
Like a complete grayscale landscape.
I feel like these places might be something similar to those places, but corrupted by the darkness.
Well, the Pso'Xja places are the areas that the Emptiness has already been to.
Oh.
Like if you remember Pso'Xja Zita.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a memory receptacle thing. Where's Lee's done? Right behind us. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you remember that, then uh, this here kind of looks like that, except it's missing all its color. Or like it's incomplete.
Yeah.
You get these fucking brain stems. Do we get a memory? Did it appear? This wasn't the right one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we're going to Island 2. We start up there, and we just gotta run around until we... Okay, so the two memory receptacles for this one are on the far side of the island.
Mm.
But yeah, so like this looks like it's like creating the Pso'Xja world.
Yeah.
But like FF11, this stuff all looks really awesome. But if you play FF14, imagine how cool this place would look.
Yeah.
I really like the music here too, though.
Yeah.
And you gotta love my awesome self being level 8 or 9 on my stream. I did awesome.
Yes, you did.
But next week, you get to voice Papa Sean.
And you'll get to do your first guild test.
Ah, yes, the guild test. I'll be calling to arms my FC mates.
Mini Mira.
Mini Mira, yes. Alright, so that's either this one here or another one over this way.
I feel like we should already see a memory thing by the time we're this close, so it's probably not that one.
It's this one over here. I see
There
it.
we go.
So then on this next floor, we actually have to find some memory receptacle that spawns an NM on the next floor.
Mm. What?
Little shits.
You're an asshole.
Alright, let's go in.
Okay. Quick. Event skipped, what?
The straightness is silly. Alright, so on the third island, we gotta go and find something called a provoke. No, we gotta find a deviator. Somewhere around the center. Oh no, it's just up here and to the left. Are you over here?
No, I couldn't get in because I was in combat, but now I am.
Okay, cool. Excellent. I see you. I see you. Well, it's good to know that we can't be in combat for that.
I wonder what happened. I got like thrown across the room.
Yeah. Alright, so we are looking for something in this area. Memory flux.
Torture.
The thing we're looking for on this one is Deviator. He's a notorious monster that spawns from the memory flux.
Well, here's a memory flux.
That's a memory receptacle.
Same thing.
We don't want that. Not yet.
They're exactly the same thing. They both start with memory.
There's a question mark. That can't be right though.
think at least it's gonna found it.
Okay, let me open my map, figure out where you guys are. Okay, you guys are over there. Alright, I'll be there in a sec. On my way. This map isn't very big, so I don't imagine it taking very long to get to you. Found it. Okay, I see it. Just to hit these things. Alright, so we click the memory flux. You sense a dark, empty presence. Propagator! Hello, Propagator. Victory. Now do we click the memory flux again? Okay, yeah. Cool. Hey look, the way through is open.
Excellent. Silly?
I don't hear you if you're saying anything.
Oh, so this is the emptiness. I never believed I would be swallowed into its darkness. Silly, you have my thanks. If you hadn't awoken me, I dread to think what would have happened. But if I am here, is it possible the others have been taken by the emptiness as well? We must look for them.
That we must, Tenzin. That we must. Alright, let's go find our memory receptacles and go to Island 4. And there's just one over here. Excellent. Is this the right one, or do we have to go kill another? It is. Excellent. Alright, so now... this one we just gotta go straight ahead. Okay, or not. This thing misled me. Oh, maybe we were facing the wrong direction.
Idle Wanderer is hitting me. What is it?
Kill the idle wanderer. I'll find this thing in the meantime. Found it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to figure out which way on the map it was directly ahead of us from the start.
212 experience points.
Yeah. CJ, I actually don't watch a show until it's at least completed its season, so I haven't started Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 yet, because technically, even though it went on a break mid-season, it's still not complete Season 3 yet. I have to get back to watching Once Upon a Time.
I should start that show. I know Peanut sometimes says she wants to watch it, but she never wants to watch it when we have the chance to watch it.
I feel like she'll hate it, so it's not that big of a deal. I like it though.
Solicitor.
What's it gonna try and sell me? Or is it a worker of law like in England?
That's right.
I wonder if the next one we're gonna fight is a barrister. Not exactly, CJ. I do watch some shows on Netflix, but I don't necessarily watch them exclusively like that.
I do that a lot.
Like, I don't binge watch a show like constantly. It's just, I'll watch it over the course of a few weeks.
Silly. This place, the spark of light has never flared here, I feel. Is this what they call the emptiness? If I knew that if I followed you, something extraordinary was bound to occur, but this... My mind yet reels from the knowledge that the Zillert and the Kulu still exist in this world. The ancient people who tried to open the gates of paradise. And to think that the legend of the Mother Crystals entombed deep below the surface of Vanadiel was true. I must track down that Genoan diplomat Nagmalata. He and I have much to discuss. Let us be on our way.
Alright, let me reset my
Thank you.
recording.